Hey guys, I heard you missed this. We're back. What's up guys? So my name is Mike and this is Hidden Creek Homestead. So everyone's asking, we're getting emails, we're getting messages, we're getting all types of inquiries. Where have you been? Lots has happened here on the homestead and just in life in general. So I will address a lot of your questions as best I can. Where have you been? Well, my wife, as you guys know, has been diagnosed last December with stage 3 breast cancer. She's doing miraculously. She had surgery 3 weeks ago. So actually about almost 3 weeks ago. So I've been caring for her. My in-laws are also here hanging out with her and helping out. They've just closed on a home. So I've been kind of helping them do some work around their house before they move in and getting stuff settled. And that's been going on. They're kind of staying here with us. So I had to kind of take a break from YouTube for a minute because family issues presented themselves. Really cool to me. You guys have just been overwhelming with the amount of support and caringness that you've shown for us. I didn't really think that anyone was really all that interested, but you guys blow me away with how you've been asking where we were and if we're okay and what's going on, and all of the well wishes for my wife. And I just want you to know how much we really appreciate that. I make a video every once in a while and I don't get a chance to really address that and say thank you properly, so this is my best attempt at it. Thank you guys, I really do appreciate it. Speaking of generosity, something really amazing happened throughout all of this. There is a local woman named Becky Jenkins. She has a cleaning company, I think, called Simplicity by Becky. Now, she heard about what had happened with our ATV and she knows about my wife, and out of the kindness of her heart, she took it amongst herself to post about it on Facebook and get out there and spread the word throughout our community. And apparently she decided to make us a GoFundMe for our ATV. If you guys remember, that was stolen from us right here from under our lean-to one night. She made a GoFundMe and just went ahead and posted it on our local town page. And then she's been organizing with people locally that maybe didn't feel comfortable going on GoFundMe, and they donated personal checks and all types of stuff, and they offered to help us here on the farm. And it's just, I've been blown away with the amount of generosity I've seen from my local community. Somebody actually dropped off a check for $1,000, if you guys can believe that. I couldn't believe it. I was, I had to pinch myself when that happened. But it was kind of weird for us at first because my wife and I aren't really the kind of people that ask for help. And we also both work. We're not hurting financially. So it was kind of a weird feeling to have people, hey, we want to, we know that you lost your ATV. We know that you've got these mega cancer bills and everything, but we just really want to help. And I was like, well, we work, we're okay. And people were like, no, it's not about, that we don't think that you're broke. We want to do things for you guys and we really want to help. And that's never happened to us before. I've never experienced that. And I don't know, it was almost kind of, it really took our breath away for a minute, to be honest with you. So that was really cool. You guys, I know a lot of you have asked if we have a P.O. box. We do not. If people want to send donations and everything, you guys don't have to send me anything, but for those people who you asked, you want to do something, we have the GoFundMe that woman Becky made for us. It's safe, it's legit. I will post the link in the description. If you guys want to donate, fine. If you don't, your viewership is more than enough. I don't require anything from you guys, but people do ask, so I'll put it in the description if you like. Anyway, enough about that. I don't like talking about charity for me anyway. Sort of linked to that, we are looking at getting a new ATV for the farm here. I'm kind of in bad shape without one. I have an ankle issue actually on both of my ankles, that I have to get resolved soon, but I've been putting it off because, you know, my wife, and I want to care for her and all that. But you can't see it here in the video, but this is just such a hilly property, and it just kills me walking around, and now I have to like haul bags of feed by hand. And the ATV was such an essential tool here on this property that it kind of crippled us, you know. So we are shopping. I think I might have found one, so hopefully that'll be in the next video, or a video coming up through the GoFundMe again that these people made, and all the money that they've donated. We are actually really close to being able to buy this ATV with the amount of money that has been donated to us. Now I may have to come out of pocket a little bit on it. That's fine. I did not expect to have any of this money anyway, so it's really a bonus for us. Hopefully we'll pick up that ATV soon, and I'll make a whole new video about that. So what else has been happening around here? Well, our goats, if you guys remember, went to go see the breeding buck about 40 minutes away at a farm called Willow Creek Farmery. Our larger doe, Maggie, they had visual confirmation that she was bred. We don't know if she's pregnant or not. And Millie, the smaller goat, the all-white goat, they don't have any visual confirmation of breeding. So I'm not really sure. You know, that doesn't mean that it's happened or did not happen, but it's entirely possible that she was bred too. You know, ultrasound, I think, is how we're going to confirm this. So I think probably in a few weeks' time we'll load up the vet, you hear me? Load up the goats and take them to the vet and have an ultrasound done to see if there's some doe kids growing in them. I did notice some things different when they came back. Their appetite has become ravenous, so that's kind of a good sign. I was worried at first maybe that might be a sign of worms because they were a little bit slimmer. So I did take fecal samples from both of them and I sent them off. They also, when I took them there, they had their winter coats was just starting to shed, so they're real fluffy. And when I picked them up, it's been real hot here, so they look a lot smaller. So you know, it's kind of deceiving. You're like, well, geez, they're skinny now. Maybe they got worms or whatever, but they really just lost a lot of fur, so, or hair, or whatever you want to call it. So we're hoping that they're pregnant. We don't know for sure yet. Going to be kind of exciting if they are, but we'll get them down to the vet and get ultrasounded, and we'll get confirmation on that. But let's go take a look at the goats. Hey guys. So guys, this is Maggie. We definitely, this is the one that we had visual confirmation on that she was bred. If you notice, she's kind of bulbous, but I think the right side, when it sticks out further, is kind of an indication that they are pregnant. Right now the left side is sticking out further than the right side. However, they have been gorging on hay all day long, so they could very well be that. Millie seems looking like she's putting on some weight since she's been home. Don't like that her hip bones are sticking out a little bit. It still has me a little bit concerned, but they look healthy, they seem happy, and I'm okay with that for now. What's up, girl? Hi. Hey, Millie Angel. Hi, girl. What's up, buddy? Chickens are all doing good. They're putting out a ton of eggs right now. And our ducks, I don't know if you can see them hanging out back there. We've been leaving the pen open, and they just kind of hang out outside of the pen and walk around the property right now. They don't go in the garden and mess anything up, and we kind of just like seeing their antics and their craziness. So guys, check out these pigs. They are huge. This is the larger of the two, and to be honest with you, I don't think they're gonna make it to our processing date. She's gotta be, man, I haven't measured her yet, but she's gotta be close to $180, $150, something like that. The smaller one is significantly smaller. I think she's probably close to maybe 120 pounds, 130 pounds. But they're looking good. They're happy. They're healthy. I've been trying to fatten her up a little bit by sneaking her treats and things on the side, but I don't think I'm going to be able to make up any type of weight difference to get her close to her size. So it's just going to be how it is. When she's ready for processing, they're both going to go. And however much she weighs is what she weighs, and that's how the cookie crumbles. All right, guys, I'll see you later. So today is July 10th, and we're exactly 5 days away from our 1-year anniversary of buying this homestead and starting this crazy journey that we're on. Throughout all the craziness that's been going on, I realized that we got this whole garden planted, and I never even showed you guys. I never showed you us planting it. Never told you what we were planting or any of that good stuff. I'm not even done building the garden yet. How about that? I still have to put a front on it. Anyway, let me get you turned around and show you what we got going on in the garden. All right. How's that for a shocking improvement? So right here in the center, we've got our cucumbers all trellised up on a cattle panel. I've still got to secure that with T-posts so that it's so it doesn't move and it kind of takes a little bit of a better shape. Right now, there's just a couple pieces of rebar pounded into the ground. Got corn growing here. There's 50 stalks of corn. Got some corn growing on them already. I made a mistake when I planted this in that you're supposed to plant them, I believe, around 2 inches deep. What they don't tell you is that, or at least what I think should have happened, because we get torrential storms here in the south pretty frequently. I mean, it'll just be sunny and dry for a week, and then you get this horrendous thunderstorm that'll come out of nowhere. And it's pretty forceful, and it will knock these corn plants down. So it's my understanding, or at least I think what I should have done, I've read some other people doing this, is you're supposed to make a trench when you plant this corn. Sow your seeds, you're 1.5 to 2 inches deep, and within that trench, so that as your corn starts to grow higher and higher, you can then kind of backfill in those trenches onto the stalks, which will give the stalk support from falling over so much. I mean, you know, you see these guys with these mega acreage cornfields, and they're all standing perfectly straight up and whatnot. And here I got 50 plants that are just all wonky and falling all over the place. So, hey, it's my first year growing corn. I don't know what I'm doing yet, but all plants do have ears of corn on them already. They're not so big, but we're getting there. And I think that's what I'm gonna do next year. I'm gonna try digging a trench that's, you know, maybe 8-10 inches deep, sowing the seeds 2 inches deep within the bottom of the trench, and then as they start to grow up, I'll just hill that dirt up on top of the stalks. So I've still got to put a fence across the front, because what good is all this fence if animals can just walk right in here and eat what they need? And the last time I did try planting corn, I just had a few plants. The squirrels ate all of it right as I was about to pick it. So I'm really nervous about that happening again. I got to get the front of this garden fenced in. Coming through our arch, or our arbor, whatever you want to call it, we've got peas trellised up in the center. Forgive us, we haven't weeded in about a week. We harvested a whole bunch of peas the other day, and I think we're going to have them for dinner tonight. Down in this middle row is our pepper aisle. There's a whole bunch of pepper plants here. There's a couple beans down at the end. The first ones are jalapenos, which you can see they're all taken off pretty well. Harvested a few of them already, and the rest of them are going to be ready probably in another couple of days or so. And then there's just a bunch of flowers and blossoms ready to produce some more for us. We got bell peppers behind them all the way down the rest of the aisle, with onions in the middle. Onions are all doing great. Bell pepper plants were late to get started, but they needed the heat, and now they're doing really good, and there's got some blossoms going on here, so I'm happy about that. These are tomatillo plants. I don't know if you guys ever heard of tomatillos, but it's a small little greenish looking tomato type family plant, fruit rather, and they have husk on them. You peel the husk off, you roast them, and then you can blend them up with some jalapeno, garlic, salt, pepper, and cilantro, and you have a really, really delicious salsa verde, or green salsa if you guys can't translate my ridiculous Spanish. Over here, we've got our tomato row, which goes all the way back. Given our Italian heritage, or my Italian heritage anyway, we've got a ton of what's called San Marzano tomatoes, and they're really, really great for making sauce. I'm not going to brag, but I do make a killer sauce, guys. So in no time at all, here's some ripening up already, we're going to have a ton of San Marzano tomatoes ready to go, because each one of these plants is bearing a ton of fruit already. There's some tomatoes that we planted in the back that aren't getting as big yet. I think they're cherry tomatoes, but I think we also kind of planted them later, and they don't have as much compost in the back of the garden as we have up here. This is all straight compost that we planted in, so everything's just really doing phenomenal up front. And as the compost wears out towards the back, you can see the plants get a little smaller towards the back. This has gone crazy. These two rows is our potato patch. We have, I believe, Yukon Golds, Reds, and russet potatoes. the three pretty much, the three staple potatoes that we eat a lot around here. So we planted a whole bunch of them, and I can't wait to get into those. We have here just regular, I believe, beefsteak tomatoes in cages over here. And something, this is broccoli that got destroyed. We saw some type of beetle on it. I sprayed them, picked them off by hand, and it just wasn't enough fast enough. They just destroyed our broccoli. So we're gonna pull these suckers out and feed them to the goats. It's kind of not really the right season, in my opinion, to plant broccoli anyway. Excuse me, I can't speak today. But we had it, so we threw it in, and we figured, what the heck, we'll give it a shot. But yeah, we're gonna pull these out and feed them to the goats, and we'll get something else going in this space. Then over in this last aisle, we got a bunch of watermelon growing. Well, watermelon plants, no actual watermelons yet. And then some, I don't know if this is a volunteer cucumber or something that she might have just planted in with it, or a zucchini or something, I'm not sure, but it's definitely not watermelon. You can tell by the difference in the leaves. But this just kind of popped up and started growing like wildfire here. My goals were lofty. This all was going to be raised bed, gate, another L-shaped raised bed down there in the corner. I did not get to finish building that this year, so we just have this kind of empty space, this walkway right here. But we'll get to that eventually. So lastly, another thing that we've been doing is we've been beefing up security around here after our ATV was stolen. So this lean-to, originally we created it to house our ATV and our John Deere lawn tractor. So this gate is a 10-foot tubular metal gate, or just to call it a utility gate or farm gate. It's a hair too big to fit in the opening that we have. I originally had another idea of kind of making another post here and using a 6-foot gate, but I figured, you know what, it's better to have the wider opening. So I went ahead and installed this gate. I'm going to be installing a few more. There's going to be another one on the other side of the lean-to, and then another one on that garden, which we had mentioned earlier. Our trailer is locked up, because you never know. Gotta keep that under lock and key now too. And another thing that we have started doing around here is installing cameras. I think cameras are the best theft protection that there is. And I think because you kind of catch people before any act is even committed, and if you are lucky enough to commit some type of act, you got them on tape. So I think it's the best form of theft protection around. Now, I'm not going to show you where I installed all my cameras, because that would just be silly to put it on YouTube, but I will show you the other gates that I'm putting up, and how I plan to secure my machines, my ATV and my lawnmower. Well, I don't have an ATV, but when I do have another ATV, hopefully soon, I'll show you that as well. Anyway, guys, that's what's been going on. We're still here. We did not leave. We're knee deep in all this stuff. I just want to give you guys an update and let you know what's going on. You guys, the inquiries have meant the world to us. Thank you so much for checking in with us. We're doing just fine. We're going to continue doing just fine, and I hope you guys are all doing well too. If you guys can, please hit that like button. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already subscribed to the channel. We could really use the help. And I will catch you guys on the next video real soon. Thanks for hanging in there, and be well.